and receive that which is physical, which is money. I know some of you guys are probably not going to like this video because the truth is always the revelation. So let's start with the truth first, because that's exactly where I need you to feel what it is that you feel that you've been neglecting. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear the truth, but here we go. So I want to say this first. Before you want a specific thing, especially tangible, which is physical 3D, which is money, be aware of what you're asking for. There's a reason why you're going through this, is because there's something you have to heal within yourself, which is that form of a thing. It's physical. So I have been reading the Bible, and the Bible gives you a lot of what a lot of people are asking for and seeking for in outside things, outside sources, all of it. First off, money is just a physical thing. It's nothing. It just is an energetic exchange of that which you have inside of you. So therefore, if you compare yourself to this thing, then the more you feel not good enough or worthy of it, you're not going to attract that. If anything, you're going to continue to multiply that scarcity mindset, unnecessary bills, unnecessary problems. And this is where everybody freaks out. Okay. And before I jump the gun, acknowledge the fact that, hey, I do believe that I have allowed myself to fall under this, but you know what? That is not my story. I am not the victim to my reality. There's a lot to spirituality, the physical, the spiritual, the mental, and all of that comes together. A lot of us don't want to see it because we don't even take the time of our day to sit down with what we are acknowledging inside ourselves. Everything is within. Everything's within. And I know a lot of people don't understand what that means, especially if you're someone new to the spiritual world, meaning within is you, inside of you. Therefore, God created Jesus. Jesus was created through the extension of God, which we are a source of that as well. Right? We are part of the divine source. Everything here, this energy that you don't see around me, everything is source. All of it, me in the physical, every little particle, everything around here that you cannot see is the unseen. So I want to start off first by saying in the Bible on Matthew, there's a verse under 633. It says, but seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. And I know for someone who's beginning to start this process, it's going to be very uncomfortable first. So you are going to worry about right now. You're going to worry about, how am I going to figure out how to pay the rent? How am I going to figure out how to pay this bill? How am I going to come up with the money to get this house? How am I going to come up with the money to buy groceries? Blah, blah, blah. The list can go on. How am I going to come up with the money to eat? Let's start there. That is not your job to worry. Your job is to make sure that within yourself, your kingdom is nurtured. Is it prosperous inside of you? Meaning, are you healthy? Are you feeding it nutritious things? Like, what are you feeding yourself? What are you looking at? What are you doing externally, which is not giving you what you need right now? Because if you're feeding it things that you shouldn't be looking at, there's so many things can go wrong in your head. So we can't worry about things at all. We're not supposed to. That's why you have to become the observer. You observe the thoughts that are going within you and outside of you, because you are a mirror. You're going to mirror back what is actually happening within yourself. So all that things, the worry, the problems, that you attracted into your life. You did. So going back to the beginning, why I tell you to be careful what you ask for is because when you do, things are going to change in a rapid speed. I can share my story about how I didn't want to work at a corporate job because I was no longer happy. However, had that not happened to me, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, this instant, this moment in front of this mic right here. This is the mic. This is me. Okay. So before things can change, they're going to get very crazy. They're going to become like the things that you've been running from. Avoidance of you feeling the pain, the avoidance of you feeling the less than, the void, I'm not good enough, blah, 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 blah. The list can go on. So it's just very important that when these things start to happen, because they're going to happen, I'm not going to lie to you guys, they're going to happen. It's going to get uncomfortable because you are the reason to your why. So for example, things are going to happen, right? Money starts disappearing. Whoa, what is all happening here? Why is everything shifting for me? Why is everything not going right, baby? Because you are the reason, okay? And you're not supposed to worry. So when these things happen for you guys, especially when it comes to money, you're not supposed to worry. That is not your responsibility. Your action takes a lot into perspective when you can recognize where these have been kind of, I would say dim your light, but it kind of has become a cloud of darkness, but that darkness has to happen for the light to come in. Okay, there always has to be a negative and a positive. If not, nothing will shift. Sorry, I'm a little thirsty. So I want you to understand this. This is where everything shifts for everybody, not just myself, for all of us, including all of us in this video who are watching. So I want you to practice the next couple of days, even minutes, as soon as you get off this video. I want you to acknowledge your situation. Valerie, you know what? I don't even know how I'm going to come up with this money, but I believe that this right here is the biggest thing to my next thing. Meaning, say, for example, I need, let's see, how much money do I need right now? Let's say I need about $1,200. Let's put an amount. $1,200, Val. Val needs $1,200. So therefore, I know that this amount is not going to scare me, even though it's a lot of people get scared because they're like, damn, I don't even know where that's going to come from. And hey, let's be honest, it's the truth. We don't know. We're not supposed to know. Remember, we do not worry about tomorrow. And that's the thing. A lot of people end up like going back at it and they go 10 times deeper and make a whole situation. They go pour it on their lovers, their friends, like, dude, like this is happening to me, like blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. I understand you, honey, but acknowledge that this is all created by you. You are the creator. So if you continue to tell yourself that this is happening, that is going to allow that into the universe, which again, I told you we're all in it, including this video. We're part of that source. It's circulating and you're circulating that back. So I want you to recognize where you've been like pretty much recycling your own like lack, scarcity, worry, doubt, fear of the unknown. There's so many words, but these are the ones that are coming into my head. So I'm going to channel it for you guys. Okay. Therefore, when you acknowledge these things, I want you to change that in that moment. Take time out of your day to acknowledge that. I don't want you to go to Starbucks and go fill the void. You know what? I'm stressed out. Let me just go buy a Starbucks today because I just can't though. You know what? Let me go have a drink because I just can't handle this heat, baby. Or let me go vent it out to my mom, my sister, my cousin, my friend, my boyfriend, girlfriend. Put the number on it. There's so many methods right now. People can vent, or to the dogs. Let's be a little sense of humor here because we're all part of that source. So it's only gonna mirror back what it is that you're thinking of and feeling of yourself. So take the time of your day today, whether that's 5 minutes or less. If you're a busy person, I know I'm very busy. I have been plugging in the morning a few minutes of my day to allow myself to breathe in calmly matter, to align with myself, meaning I take at least a few minutes of my day. Things come up. Every day that I practice, less things start to show up in my mind. Less things like worries, stress, people, situations that I'm in, things like that start to dissipate. So the channel, therefore, becomes clear. It starts to get clearer, cleaner. It's like you're really cleaning up the storage in your phone, or you're cleaning your restroom. You know that you got to clean it and it's time. You got to go in there and clean it, spruce it up, put a little bit of this, make it smell good, make it look good. That's the same thing, guys. Same thing for you when you wake up. What do you want to have your day start off? It's very important. So this is one of my favorite ones to do right now because I've tried so many methods. I even tried meditation, but meditation was only making it worse for me. Like it was just putting me in a spot where I was like, oh, where the hell am I? Like I'm on space. Yeah, you do go to space. But I've been connecting with God. I'm not even lying to you. I have it right here because some of you guys Need proof, right? I get it. I was there too at one point, but I don't need it anymore. So, furthermore, I want to let you know this. We all start somewhere, and I want you to recognize these patterns because I want you to understand that everything that you're doing right now is important. Everything is important, even the bad things. They are important because you are important. Do you understand that important is you? The minute you allow yourself to recognize these things are very important to you because you are worthy. You are worthy. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. Well, you've been a bad person all your life, and that's okay. You didn't know that you were doing that. But acknowledge that you have been doing this the wrong way, or internally, spiritually, physically, mentally wrong, because you didn't recognize these patterns within yourself. But these are the beautiful moments. It's called transformation. So therefore, I want to let you know, guys, when you become so magnetic and so powerful is when the channel gets cleaner and thinner, but the chaos starts first. There's always going to be something crazy happening into your life because you asked for something. That's why they say, there's another verse that I highlighted here. I highlighted it here. This one, Mark 6. It's under Mark. It's our Father prayer. It's right above our Father prayer, Matthew 6:23. So, and when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues, which is church, temples, etc. I don't know. You define synagogues, or on the street corners to be seen by others. Truly, I tell you, they have received the reward in full. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. I went into in depth what the unseen is. All of this here around me, you, we are the unseen, even though we can see it because we mirror back the physical. That's the part of the process. There's a physical, a spiritual, and mental, but it all connects, guys, because it starts from something, right? So it starts in the mind. Whatever starts in the mind, therefore, goes into the physical, and from the physical, it goes to the spiritual, which is the unseen, but it all comes together. I hope you're catching my drift. So let's continue reading. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. And this is something I had to learn the hard way. When you ask for something, don't go tell people what you're doing. Don't share it on your podcast. Don't share it on your videos, your Instagram. I used to be that girl. I'm not going to lie. You can go watch my videos. I talk about it all the time. I go talk about it. I want to be so excited, but that's just my ego. It wants validation. So recognize those things about yourself, guys. You will not learn until you go from those mistakes. You have to really go within and realize, like, whoa, now I understand why things have been happening like this, because I was the one that created this to begin with. It's nobody's fault but yours. And says, and when you pray, do not keep babbling like the pagans, like I was telling you earlier. Don't talk, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. So if I go preach to everybody, oh my God, I'm doing this, that, this, I'm helping, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's just not going to build that momentum, because that spiritual source energy that's unseen is so potent, but we lessen that channel because we're literally allowing other people to feed into that channel. We are the vessel. Do you understand that? Okay. So, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. And that is so true, guys. I had to learn this the hard way. You know what you need before you even ask for it. Isn't that crazy? This is one thing I had to learn this couple last weeks. So basically, you know how you want money, right? You want money. But what is it that you want out of this money? Because that is your why. Val, I want peace. I want to feel free. I want to feel happy. I want to enjoy myself. I want to feel inspired. I want to feel confident. I want to feel lucky. I don't know. Those words are just words. What are the words that fill in that blank for you? Because that is what you need before it can happen on the 3D physical world. And you're going to work it every single day. I don't care. There's going to be days where you're like, I don't see the proof. I'm just tired. It's the same thing. Okay, well then continue to be that. And watch your life turn for the better. Things will happen without you even having to try, because you're getting better. You're practicing it. You become someone who's so magnetic to a point where opportunities find you, a new job, a new source of income. You get passive income. You get a loan. You get something that you weren't even expecting because it's unseen. unseen. Does that make sense, y'all? You're not supposed to see the unseen. The unseen first gets created here within ourselves, whatever creates in the mind, into the physical form, which is money, loans, a job, something, a podcast, a venture, a trip, I don't know, a holiday. Yeah, you name it. Your dream house, your dream car. But this is where a lot of people get so excited. They want to write down everything that they want. They want to write down a whole list. I want the Gucci bag. I want the Louis Vuitton shoes. I want the red bottom shoes. I want a mansion. I want a gold I don't know. I'm just making it up. A gold pool with a nice, what is it? I forget. It's like what are those pools called? The infinity pools. Like I want all of that. And there's nothing wrong with wanting all of that, but there's a reason why you want all of that. Cause all of that you want is a specific feeling. And that's why a lot of people, including myself, will do that and then end up empty. They get that, which is the money or the job or I don't know. There's so many things that I can go on. And then they realize like, this isn't making me happy anymore because that's not what you were wanting. All you wanted was to feel confident, happy, fulfilled, free, enlightened, enjoy. And those are so easy to start with. And once you get this, guys, that's why they say the person who finds that vessel within will multiply, and it'll multiply. It continues to grow. You will reap what you sow. And sometimes we get too stuck on the physical that we don't really reflect on what we're actually feeling within ourselves. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, Va, I was expecting you to tell me to like manifest $1,000 by tonight. Well, that is not the type of content that I teach. I don't like to lie. I hate to lie. I like to tell you the truth because the truth is the truth and the truth is the truth. And sometimes we don't want to hear the truth. We want the fastest thing. We want the fastest solution. We want it now. We want it here. We want it in seconds. Fine. Go find it somewhere else. But come back a month later. You know what, Val? You were right. I got that and I'm still not satisfied. You're welcome. You're welcome. Because I know it's a hard pill to swallow, and we have to forgive ourselves for that. So after all of this, before you even start any of the things that I'm asking you to do, because this is what you've asked for, forgive yourself for wanting things out of your control to happen at a such rapid speed or a specific time frame, or forgive yourself for not believing in yourself, because you have to forgive yourself and forgive whoever was attached to that. Was this a parent, a old job, an old boss, a family member, a loved one, a spouse? Like you have to forgive those people. And whenever you forgive, you will be taken care of. And sometimes, guys, I've realized like sometimes I sell myself short because I didn't believe in myself from the start. But I had to go through that for me to embody myself again. It's a rebirth. It's the phoenix rising. Before anything can transpire into this, is literally going through the phoenix rising. You must die and reborn yourself, baby. I was going through that the last couple of weeks. I didn't want to tell you. I felt like I was dying in the process, but a part of me had to feel that. There's things that I'm dying within myself have created space for new things to come in. And they say, if you want new to come in, things must die. Things might go away. You might lose a job. You might lose money here. I don't know. You might lose a parent. I lost my dad. And it was one of those things I wasn't ready to see. But because of that, I changed everything, what I saw within myself. And sometimes we can't go back in time. So that's why they say, don't worry about tomorrow. And you know what? I'm going to dedicate this to my dad because I know he's watching over me right now. And all he ever wanted was for us to be happy. He was the most happiest man in this planet Earth. He was. He taught me so much. And I'm here to teach you guys this because I know a lot of people want to go, say things like, I like to speak truth in this mic, in this video. And I just want to give it to all of those people who are ready to receive it in the most spiritual way, because that's what I'm here for. It's nothing else but me to serve you in the spiritual form. So I love you guys. Tell me what it is that you want next on the next videos, and I will post it on here. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I hope that this helped you and guided you in the ways that you needed guidance. I love you guys very much, and you take care.